My question is, if that worked a million times on TikTok, why haven't you done it on Instagram?
What are you doing?
It's no secret that a band or musician's Instagram is one of the biggest puzzle pieces to their career. Pretty much where the entire fan base exists online. When we play shows, we get tagged in stories. When we tour, we watch the account grow. And that means that our following is growing. So it's a very easy way to see numerically, are we growing? Have we plateaued? Have we fallen off? And while a lot of these metrics can be superficial and don't actually reflect a real fan base, I think we can all agree Instagram is pretty important. So, I wanted to audit a few of my friends' bands' Instagrams, with their permission of course, and give them some advice on what they're doing well and what could be tightened up. And by the end of this video, I guarantee some of this advice will apply to you and your pages. Because despite watching a million videos about how to do Instagram, I think we all kind of get lazy and end up just not following systems, and we just end up just like posting whatever, and it doesn't work for us, and we're just spending a lot of time posting and not actually letting Instagram as a tool reach its potential. Now for this video, I'm mainly referencing Jesse Cannon's 4-pillar strategy, but if you want more music marketing videos, Damian Key's, Burstamo, Neighborhood Art Supply, there's a million out there, and they're all really good. Of course, social media is changing rapidly, so you're gonna find different videos that kind of conflict sometimes. But real quick, let's go over this 4-pillar strategy. Number 1, inform. What is this band about? This is where you're making a good impression. 2, details. Jesse called it drip. I don't even really know what drip means. I thought it meant like clothes, but this is where you reveal details about the band over time. Stories, grid posts. It shows off your personality and builds more of a connection with the audience. 3, reels. Reels are an unbelievably powerful discovery tool if used correctly. And 4, chat. You have to actually engage with your fans. It's not just a billboard that people stare at and engage with. You have to actually be interacting, and that builds connections, of course. And just like systems of the body, these all work kind of semiotically with each other, so each pillar doesn't stand alone as its own thing. They all kind of intertwine, and you know what I'm saying. First band up, grade 2. I'm not gonna tell you who these bands are, where they're from, or what type of music they play. That should all be covered in their bios, hopefully. Let's see. All right, now, grade 2, IOW. I don't think a lot of people know that means Isle of Wight. Could be kind of confusing. They're on Hellcat Records. You got their booking agents. You got their website, grade2official.co.uk. Profile pic, okay. It's a 3-piece. We got that right there. For the profile picture, I would suggest a solid promo pic or a logo. I think in their case, a logo might be better, but you don't want to be changing your profile picture often at all. The profile picture needs to be recognizable. It needs to not change very often, maybe once a year, maybe once an album, whatever, but it's good to do a logo, something very clearly that you can see when it's tiny. Like if you look at this photo here, see those posts down there? It doesn't really matter, but if you have something really recognizable, people will know that that is your brand, band, whatever. All right, right off the bat, no pinned posts. I would usually put a pinned post at the top with your music so that people instantly, the first thing they see is your music. There's no buttons. We'll talk about buttons later in this video. So first post that you see is a happy birthday post for Lars, which is cool if you know who Lars is. I think most people in this scene will. The music is not on this post. Fellas, I would put the music on the post. Okay. That was a little long. I don't think people's attention spans really stick around long enough to kind of watch the whole video. If anything, maybe throw some text on there, but I get you can't put the music and also have the video with the sound. So I would pick one or the other. The boys, after finishing a festival, in general, single posts are not worth doing. You should do a carousel. You could do this photo of the boys and then have like a bunch of other backstage stuff. That way that post will keep coming up on the top of people's feeds. Always put your music. If it's a photo, you gotta put your music. Same thing, there's no music on this post. Fellas, what are we doing? You got good music. I actually really do love this band. You got good music, show it off. Cool, punk rock holiday footage, always good. Music videos are definitely good to post short clips from. If you can repurpose it and re-edit it for vertical, it plays a lot better. You could take a wide video and then cut it up in a bunch of different ways, put lyrics and make it more visually engaging. Maybe put a hook like this is from our album, blah, 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 blah. Or like, can't believe we recorded this when we were only 21 years old. Lots of like hooks that you can put on there. All right, so these music posts, one of them has to be pinned to the top. I always say the first thing that you should see when you go to a band's page is their music. Let's say Grade 2 gets on a festival and the festival posts like, please do announce that Grade 2 will be playing blah, blah, blah next year. People are gonna be like, all right, who's this? And they'll go to the page. If there's no music at the top, they're not gonna go searching around for it. You know what I mean? So you wanna like really put your best foot forward and just like show off the music at the top. Happy birthday posts always do great. People love a happy birthday post. Yeah, these behind the scenes shots are great. This is what we're talking about with like the detail pillar where we're kind of building the story, building the whole like backstory. If anything, I would say do more of that. I would say kind of give more of like a back behind the scenes. Okay, this was funny. They pranked my band on stage and they filled all of our water bottles with vodka and pretty good. However, in the video itself, people don't read the caption that often. I would make that video like a full screen video with like the text on the screen that kind of says what you're doing. But that was pretty good. This stuff is good. Once again, awesome. And like, it could be a currently trending thing to be like, put text on screen with a hook. But currently, that's what's working. It's 2025. Don't know if that'll be working next year. But yeah, it's Instagram. We want hooks. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah, dude. All right, this type of shot works really well. It's just like a really candid flash, boom. It shows personality. It shows the boys being the boys. That post did great. Group shots for a band usually do well. But once again, if you're gonna do a group shot, do a bunch of them and post a bunch of them in a carousel. Keep in mind, my band breaks these rules all the time. I'm gonna audit my own band at the end of this because we're slacking. All right, so we're engaging a little bit. Liked by the author, liked by the author. We're getting in there. I would respond to comments as much as you can, but you're doing a good job of that. That's good. I would post more reels. If you got music videos, keep posting them. Post them, cut them up, use different parts. Post them on TikTok also, but that's gonna be a whole nother thing. We're gonna talk about TikTok in a different video. Yeah, overall, going great. 45 posts, seems pretty light for a band that's been playing since they were like, what, like 16 years old? But I don't know. How far back does this go? Did you archive stuff? Anyway, keep it up. Be a little more intentional with your post. Cool, so all that would just be my 2 cents. Next up, coming out of Boston, Massachusetts, we got The Rins. Right off the bat, let's read the bio. Boston-based band with a little bit of everything. So I don't know what genre that is. Album, Heavy Heart, is out now. They got new music out. Punk at the Bar. Okay, so they got some shows coming up. We got a Linktree. Let's check it out. Linktree The Rins. Aaron McKenzie of The Rins. What's that? That's their first link.
You don't know where Scott. Welcome to
It appears to be a podcast. Heavy Heart, the album. The Linktree works. I would put the album up top. You always want people that are music first. Let's see what we got here. Recognizable logo. That's great. If you have brand colors, that's where I would use them. But, I mean, the black and white thing definitely works for... Well, I know the band is like kind of a ska punk type band, but let's see if that's clear based on the rest of the Instagram. So the first post. Okay, first post is a show that was back in July. That's still pinned up there, but at least it has the music up there. Punk at the Park. This one's coming up. Now you can choose parts of the songs that you want linked, and I think it's always good to have like the chorus or the catchiest part of the song, because you only get people for 2 seconds. You want them to be like, oh, okay, oh yeah, that part. Cool, we got live footage. This is good. Live footage though is always great. It's showing this is a band that plays out. Okay, so it's like a live show that kind of goes into a lyric video type thing. Pick one, you know? If you want to have like the live footage with the lyrics, great, but let's have it the whole time. But I mean, that's good. It shows off the band. What else we got? Okay, so we got a bunch of flyers. Great. If you're gonna post a flyer, it is good to post a photo of the band, then a flyer second, and then a bunch of other behind the scenes type photos. That way it gets the most like engagement to the post. Cool, we're collabed here. We're collabed with Punk in the Park, The Adolescents. Collab posts do great. That is how you really share an audience. It also tells Instagram, hey, this is a page that is getting some eyes on it. So let's push it up a little bit. All looking pretty good. I would say, like, if you could pick more intently the parts of the songs that are shared, that would help out. All right, buttons. Grade 2 had no buttons. Let's see what the Rins got. Okay, so I take it this was like a show they played. Their buttons up here seem to be kind of like documentation of shows they've played. Buttons can be used a lot differently. So I'm gonna take my band, the Rumjacks, because our label set this up for us. The buttons, right off the bat, boom, Spotify. You got the link. It goes right to the band's Spotify page. Open it up. There we go. We got our page. So that's like really quick for the listener to be like, oh yeah, wait, oh, their music's right here. Boom, boom, boom. They're on Spotify. They're following in a perfect world. Next button over, YouTube. For us, YouTube is a big one. So you want them, boom, right to the YouTube channel. Merch. That's how we're making money these days. Right to the merch page. Bandcamp. People do listen on Bandcamp. Members. That's probably outdated. I don't know if we need that. I'm gonna audit my own page in a little bit because we do a lot wrong. Follow what I've said, not what I've done. Back to the Rinstagram. I would try to define the genre a little bit more. I know that it's you want to cast a wide net, but now this probably goes into more of like brand identity marketing stuff, and that's for you to figure out. The vibe I'm getting is like ska pop punk, and I would just say that straight up. I don't think that will like pigeonhole you too much or close you off to a bunch, but I do think you can fit on a lot of different bills and festivals with that terminology, so I would own it a little more. As far as the reels go, okay, my camera died, but as far as those reels, that long intro is not gonna hook people in. You gotta have a hook. I would focus on making reels much more hooky and discoverable. Up next, we got Shanghai, Treason. Treason band. It's maybe it's like a dyslexic thing, but I can't read it. If you can just get the name Shanghai Treason _band, I think that would be a lot better, just right off the bat. Profile photo, we got a group photo, but I think when it's small, I don't know how well that's gonna work. With grade 2, there's 3 of them, but I still would recommend throwing in a logo. If you have one, if you don't have a logo, you gotta get a logo. Yorkshire Banjo Punks, new 2025 album, Sonder, out now. Solid. Let's check out the link tree. So you know where they're from, you know what type of music they play. Banjo punk, that is a strong, it's a strong branding identity, so it's pretty good. In the links, we can pre-order the album. We hit Spotify. Cool, that went right to the page. That worked as it's supposed to. So one other thing, these are a lot of links. We got Amazon Music on there twice. We got YouTube on there twice. Guys, let's clean this up a little bit. Come on. We got the music video up at the top. That's good. Email list. Email lists are great to have. I know we have one, but I've never sent any email to the email list. I don't know how that works. I think the label does it whenever we release like an album. Cool. So pin posts up at the top. We've got dates. But what do these guys sound like? We played a show, but what do these guys sound like? They're on another show, but...
How we doing, folks? We're down here in Cannock, wherever in the world that is, Kate. We're at the station, ladies and gentlemen.
You already lost people's attention. This is social media. People are like, no, next.
How we doing? We're down here in Western Superman. We've stocked up.
But there's still not music. Okay, here we go. Okay, we call it Banjo Punk. Welcome aboard. In the caption, put that up on the screen in giant text. You're golden. That is pure discovery. However, as is, the reels aren't going to push that out to people if it doesn't show up on the screen. Yeah, these photos are cool. I like the black and white theme. You're picking a theme, you're going with it. It's all pretty like cool looking.
About 3,000.
This type of stuff can really build engagement with your audience. However, I don't know if it's pulling people in. You know, maybe it keeps some people that are already fans of the band, like they'll see it and be like, oh yeah, what are these guys doing? But a lot of the point of the reels are bringing people in. I don't know if this is kind of nailing that intent. With this band, I will say, let's head over to their TikTok because I saw something pretty crazy the other day. All right, so on Instagram, we have 1,000 followers. On TikTok, we have 33,000. Top pinned post has 334,000 views. Let's see what it is. We are a tiny banjo punk from Yorkshire, UK. Weirdly, we gained 10,000 followers from the States in the last weeks. So, as an experiment, let us know where you're seeing this. 18,000 comments? Fellas, this is awesome. You probably have every state covered here. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of... Interesting. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of the South and Southwest, which is funny because you have the banjo thing, but that worked. Okay, so when was that? That was on 8/20. All right, guys, so we're having a bunch of TikToks take off. Now, TikTok audience is tough to get over to your Spotify. It's tough to get them over. However, TikTok can really be great for fan base. These people can convert to real fans, and I don't want to discredit TikTok or say those numbers aren't worth anything, because certainly they are. But for the purpose of this video, since we're talking about Instagram, my question is, if that worked a million times on TikTok, why haven't you done it on Instagram? What are you doing, fellas? Sam, we grew 30,000 followers in the course of a few weeks. Why aren't you doing that on Instagram? Do you not love both of your children equally? Which is awesome. Hey, that is awesome. I would say put those exact posts on Instagram. Like, it's not too late. It doesn't matter if they were already on one platform. If it worked on TikTok, I know that the platforms do behave differently, but I don't see why that should be so different. I would absolutely post those, and I wouldn't wait to be doing it either, because that's like your whole career could be depending on that. I mean, if your Instagram blew up to like 33,000 like it is on TikTok, festival promoters look at you differently, different different record labels look at you, booking agents, everything, and your Spotify numbers are gonna skyrocket. What you should be doing is saving all those TikToks and just putting them up on Instagram. Don't do anything else until you've done that. You can do 2 a day, doesn't matter. Just get them all up. I think that that's gonna be huge for you guys. I would work on getting a logo. A little ST is all you need. Shanghai Treason. Get a cool logo, cool letter font, something very easily recognizable. Get that in that place. You wanna get those higher festival slots next summer, I would say get that Instagram up. Easiest way to do that is take the posts that have gotten you millions of views on TikTok and just do those posts on Instagram. These grid posts are cool. I would post carousels. They do better. I know that sometimes if you take like 7 photos, you want to cool, we can have a post every day this week. However, I think it still is better to do a carousel with 7 photos instead of 7 single photo posts. Last but not least, my own band, The Rumjacks. Now, I can't just be throwing out critiques left and right without actually criticizing my own band. The reason I want to do my own band is because I feel like I don't have to be polite and not piss anyone off, because boom, we got a logo in there that's recognizable. We've had that since 2020 when I joined the band. Celtic punk band, originally from Sydney. Follow the link to check out upcoming shows. All right, let's check out the link. Okay, we got 2 links. Pre-order the new album. Pre-orders have been done for a while. Why is that still up? Should just be order the new album. So we gotta update some links. We got our link tree here. Okay, so the link tree needs updating. There's the merch store, there's Bandcamp, links, shop. Let's see what we got for shop. All right, we got the merch. Not that quick to get to the merch, but whatever. We got the social icons up there. Whatever. I've never been on this link tree. I don't even know what it looks like. Tickets to shows. We actually don't have any shows coming up, but that's where they would be. So right off the bat, we have pinned post. So we got a song. So we got the music, a music video. It's with Ken Casey from the Dropkick Murphys. So that's us showing our collab posts. Pretty simple, just a music video with the lyrics. Obviously, this is formatted for short form. Next post, this is just the music with the song for fans of the Pogues, Deer Tick Waterboys. Post didn't do that well. It's not that grabbing. I mean, yes, the foliage, yeah, the song is cool. It's supposed to feel it's supposed to give you the feeling of autumn. However, there's nothing grabbing about that. There's no major hook. People are gonna scroll right past that. I've done a bunch of these. First of all, I have a ton of this footage. Reminder, it's almost this season. Did horrible. This post did absolutely horrible. I think people would have no clue this is a band. It's just a random post about fall. there's no reason why this would do well for the band. Although, I'll give you my thinking behind it. I was thinking like, maybe that catches the whole like upcoming excitement of New England autumn. It didn't, but you gotta keep experimenting. Playing acoustic. So the band playing acoustic. My thought is that, what are you? You're a band, you play music. If you're posting footage of you playing music, that can do really well. Doesn't always do well, but sometimes those posts are what blow up. Like, we had a reel, here we go. We had this reel do pretty well. So it's just us playing acoustic on the bus, and that did well. I think we got a few thousand followers from that. There's only like almost 5,000 likes on it, but if I remember correctly, we got like 2,000 to 3,000 follows from that one post alone. So since that worked, I have been trying to replicate that with the band and do a bunch of like acoustic stuff. It doesn't always hit, but when it does, it's worth it. Group shot of the band. It's not a carousel. The music is at least tagged, whatever. Happy birthday post, one shot, not a carousel. More of the band playing stuff, a collab post with Dropkicks. Tour posters. So we're definitely not being intentional with the page. So it definitely, what it looks like to me is a band that's going like, oh, I don't know what to post next. We got to post. We haven't done it. All right, let's just, here's a photo. Boom. There's no strategy. There's no, I mean, the branding is all pretty close. Like you see what the band looks like. You get like the vibe of the band. You see that they are crushing festivals. Here we go. Carousel. This post did a lot better. Some music video stuff, like repurposed music videos. Sometimes those do really well, sometimes they don't. Collab posts with photographers is always great.
Day 2 of 6.
I tried to do a whole series of day X touring on our DIY tour bus. It just didn't hit. It didn't hit like I thought it was going to. Maybe it's because we only did 7 days and those types of things have to post for a while. But overall, our page is a clusterfuck. We're just posting pretty much at random, just like maybe this will work, maybe this will work. So there needs to be a strategy behind it if we're gonna grow it. So looking at this from afar, I mean, we do build personality. Okay, so like we'll do random posts that you don't think will do well. Like this one where I passed my phone around with the flash on and said, take a photo in the van. And these are just like stupid photos that were just funny, but it's supposed to kind of show off personality. It's good like behind the scenes stuff. And I don't know why. First of all, this photo of Gabe is so funny. It's also, why is he wearing so many layers? Anyway, that's only funny to us if you know the band. So that is the like second pillar of like the details where you are building the connection with the band. So we try to do a good job of showing personality, but overall, I can't give this an A+. I don't even know if I would give it a B. It's scattered. There's not enough direction. There's not enough, I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh, but I also don't know what to be doing here. Summary, if you're learning on the internet all the time and watching these videos, but you're not actually applying what you're learning, your page will look like ours. Confusing and scattered and kind of a mess. That being said, we have 260,000 subscribers on YouTube, so we don't rely on Instagram as much. We should be doing it, a lot more, and we should be growing it. My plan, and it would be my advice to me if I were a manager, would be get an actual content strategy in place and stick to it. Whereas I just go like, oh, it's been 3 days since a post, and then I look up our photos and then just post something and go like, what are you guys up to? This song sounds like this, and then tag the music. That's not enough. That's not gonna grow a fan base. That can keep people engaged or keep people active, but that's not how you grow on the internet. So we have a lot of work to do. It just takes a lot of time and patience and work. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you want me to do your channel, send that this way. Let me know if you like this format. This is an experimental video. And I got merch, I got new merch. Represent Providence, Rhode Island, A Tale of Two Cities. We got Buddy Cianci, we got Judge Caprio. We're a foodie town, so I kind of made this shirt that I just had this idea. Anyway, if you want to pick it up, it's on my merch site, coffeecasuals.com. And I'll see you in the next one.